Even though this is not a cooking channel, I am about to cook with this potato chips. That is a horrendous intro. Anyways, I'm gonna be talking about a game called Brotato. It's a game about a potato. So, let me just set the rules. If you think you're gonna find a very normal game where you're gonna get a story and I'm gonna recommend it because of how awesome the story is, this is not the video for you. This video is basically me glazing how good this game is just because of number go up, punch everything, shoot at everything, and it's just mindless fun. If you're interested in an indie game, stick around so you can find out more about the game. Brotato is a game about a potato, and depending on the type of potato you want to play as, you get different skills. I want to talk to you about how the gameplay is. You're basically gonna get biceps on your left thumb. If you're playing on a controller, that is literally the only thing you can do. You can move your character with your left stick. Other than that, you don't do anything else. You can press X to choose whatever skill you want, but that's basically what it is. The game technically plays for you, so it automatically shoots, automatically punches, automatically plays for you, but you have to move around with the left stick. Now, if you're playing on computer, you can do WADS or WSSDA. I don't really know what people call it these days. A WASD, I'm assuming. And you can change it to the mouse. The mouse is a little uncomfortable to me because it kind of has a delay. I also want to say, if you want to play the game on the phone, it's basically just dragging the character around with your screen. That's literally the only thing you do. But the game is so much fun that it doesn't matter. Now, if you want a story, the game doesn't have a story, I'm assuming, because I've been playing the game for like 30 hours and I haven't found out anything. You know, that question was actually killing me. So I went into the developers page and I looked for the story of this game. And surprisingly, the developer doesn't give a crap about the story. He literally just said, this game is about a potato killing aliens. I mean, he literally had it right there. So if you care about a story, I'll give you this. The story is basically you're a potato on a field and you're trying to fight off any pest that's trying to kill your crops, or kill you actually, because you're a potato, you're a plant. Now, let's get the boring stuff out of the way. Let's talk about the actual gameplay. You start as a potato, whatever potato you want. It's either you want to play as Bruce Lee and you get the potato that punches. You want to play as Ip Man, you get the potato that punches as well. You want to play Call of Duty, you get the potato that shoots. Now you want to be a simple man and just choose whatever comes up your way, you get the first character that comes out. Now it's up to you, whatever character, whatever potato you want to play as. But every single potato has the factor to make the game extremely fun. The game basically throws random skills at you and you're making a build as you go. You got 20 waves at the beginning, and each wave after you beat the wave gives you a upgrade. Every time you kill an enemy, it gives you points, and those points you waste them by getting those upgrades. Now, if you kill enemies and you don't pick up those points that are laying around, they become harvest, which is basically for the next wave. When you kill the enemies, that harvest becomes points, so it multiplies. As I said before, the gameplay is extremely simple, but after wave 10, you actually feel how challenging the game gets. This is where the other NPCs start coming out. Normally you get enemies that are just chasing you, so you're killing everything just by walking around. Extremely simple. Past the 10th wave, you start getting things that start shooting at you and moving away from you. So if your speed is very slow, you're not catching up to them and you're gonna have a lot of red dots on your field. One of the cool things that I want to talk about is the music. This game has better music than AAA games, and I am talking specifically about Borderlands 4. The soundtrack is so good that you can put it on your playlist right now on Spotify. That's how great the soundtrack is. The music in this game is so good that it could be put on the Cyberpunk radio. That's how great it is. Surprisingly, when I first heard the music, I thought that the music was based on the character, because every single time I used a different character, the music was different. So I thought, there's no way this game actually has a soundtrack per character, per potato. It does not. It is also not wave based, so it doesn't matter if you're on wave 1 and wave 20. The soundtrack is not based on that. The soundtrack is just dynamic in the sense of once you're fighting and there's a lot of enemies in your screen, it changes the soundtrack. So it's just basically random, but it matches perfectly. The way that they made this soundtrack is incredibly cool. I couldn't even put all of the songs in this video because there's an all soundtrack option that once you put it, they basically have songs that I can't put here because then I'll get a copyright strike. But the best thing about the game is the fact that every single time you get a skill, every single time you get any upgrades, your potato changes the way he looks. And that is incredible to me because they didn't have to do this. They could have just had a potato doing whatever you wanted it to do because the gameplay is very simple. And even though it is not needed, it's extremely cool to see a potato that looks like this. Or a potato that looks like this. As you progress from wave 1 to wave 20 or endless, you can have a potato that either looks like a biblical angel to a potato that looks like something that you can't even comprehend. The fact that a simple game, something as simple as this game, is so fun is impressive to me because anyone can play this and be like, okay, I see why people play this. It's just incredibly fun. And then on top of that, the amount of characters the game has is impressive as hell because every single character has a pro and con when it comes to their skills. Sometimes you're gonna go into a wave and you feel like you're doing pretty good, but then once you start getting your skills and you go to wave 10, you realize that, hey, maybe I shouldn't have invested in speed. I should have invested in strength because I'm not killing anything. I'm literally just running around. Even though you could win by doing this because every wave has a timer, it's not the best way to play it because you also need to kill things to be able to upgrade your character. Unless you want to do the endless mode, you always want to balance it out the way you want to do it. You can go on the endless mode and walk around everything and evade everything, dodge everything, and you could make it far. You could make it work. But it's up to you if you want to do that. You want to be Sonic? Go ahead. You can just invest everything in the speed category. It doesn't normally only throw you speed. It's up to the game. It's up to luck, whatever you get. But if you get the favors of the gods and for some reason every single upgrade you get, every time you level up, you get anything that has to do with speed, well, your run is going to be extremely simple. Most times you're going to be so confident that your run is going very smooth, and then on wave 15, you're gonna get destroyed. It's just, that is what makes the game fun. You don't know what's next on the next wave. You don't know what enemies are coming up on the next wave. You don't know what upgrades are coming up on the next wave. You don't know what skill 1 is doing with skill 3. You don't know how things mix with each other. And when there's a pool of so many skills and so many different things and so many different characters with different skills, whatever you build is a surprise at the end of the day because you haven't seen this before. There's moments when I'm playing this game that I have no idea what type of build I want to build, and randomly I get an upgrade that just makes the game completely different. Like, for example, I don't play with guns. When it comes to these characters, I don't use the characters that have guns, but I wanted to try it out to see what's up. So I started with my regular gun build, and then all of a sudden I turn into John Wick in that scene with the Dragon's Breath shotgun. Most of the time I'm playing the game just to punch things because it seems hilarious to me that a potato has 6 arms where they just punch things. To me, that's just peak comedy. The moment I start putting speed into my punches, I feel like Ip Man from the Ip Man fights. Every time I'm punching anything and anything gets close to me, I just go. The only thing I have in place so far, and I know all of you are gonna think of this, is a guts build, where it's basically you get one sword, one big ass sword, and you can kill anything with one hit. I haven't seen that yet, and I would honestly love if they put that in. But if you want to be a mage, you could. There's a mage character. There's also characters that could represent whatever you do in real life. There's a well-rounded potato. Sure. Every guy, every girl is like that, well-rounded, whatever. Brawler, you punch things, crazy, amazing. Ranger, mage, chunky, old, lucky, mutant, generalist. Like, there's engineers, there's builders, there's captains, there's streamers. I will not be playing with a streamer character, but hey man, if you're a streamer, you play that. That's representing you. The game overall has 62 characters so far, and every time you get a DLC, you get different characters. You get actually more characters, so you're always getting so much for $5. Even if you're not gonna play the game for 100 hours, $5 is worth 1 hour of gameplay. and I can almost guarantee you this game is gonna take you more than 1 hour of fun. This game is gonna bring you more than 1 hour of just mindless fun, because you might like one specific character, but every time you're passing the game with one specific character, you can go and start each wave and just finish after wave 20, and you unlock a different level, a different difficulty. Once you go up there, you get up to 5, so you go from difficulty 0 to difficulty 5. Every single time you pass one of these difficulties, you get different unlocks, like different weapons, and you get different characters. So every time you're playing the game, you're making progress. You're unlocking different characters, you're unlocking different things, unlocking different weapons, and that is why it's so fun. You don't necessarily have to pass the 20 waves. Anytime you play the game, you're making progress. Anytime you're playing the game with a different character, you're making progress. And that is just so much fun. Even though I am enjoying the game and I am just glazing the hell out of this game, I do have 2 things I gotta say about the game that I wish it had. First of all, the fact that they managed to put the way that a character looks depending on the wave that you are, whatever upgrades you get, is amazing. But if you finish wave 20 and you end the run, you pass the game, I feel like this game should showcase the way your potato looks on the big screen. So you can only see how the potato looks while you're playing. Once you beat that run, once you pass the 20th wave, you don't get the way the potato looks at the end of that run. And it should give you that option. It should show it on the screen where it says you passed the run, this is your potato, it looked like this. That would be amazing. Actually, I'm gonna make it my mission to let them know that that should be a thing in the game. The other thing, and it's kind of disappointing, but it might be in the game, I'm not sure, I haven't played as much as I should to be able to see it, is the fact that there's no peeler, like potato peeler, as an enemy. That would be hilarious if it is in there though. There is absolutely no amount of glaze I can give this game to make it sound better, because I am telling you, this game is amazing. There is no waiting anywhere. Moment you choose a character, you're starting waves. The moment you lose, you just press a button, you start a new character, you start playing. There's no waiting, there's no loading screens. There's just you want to play, you go in the game, you start moving your character, you start building a character. And you can just trial and error every single character, because the game is there for you to have fun. You will find a combination that is extremely OP for no reason at all, and that's what's gonna get you through wave 20. And you will find a combination that doesn't even work, and you're gonna die on wave 5. It doesn't make sense, but you will have fun. This game is incredibly fun, and I hope you buy it. I hope you try it out. Obviously, after you put like 100 hours, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be able to see everything, but this game is constantly getting DLCs, and the DLCs right now are like $3. The DLCs normally bring different enemies, different weapons, different characters, and different skills that you can use in every single wave, every single time you play. Nothing is locked to the DLC zones. Once you buy a DLC, you can use everything that is in the DLC in the normal waves, so everything mixes, and that is incredible, because even though you have seen the same waves over and over, you can be on wave 5 on your 100 hours of gameplay. Every single time you get to wave 5, everything is different. The enemies are never the same, the skills are never the same, the upgrades are never the same. The only thing that is the same is the way you play the game, just by moving the character. But even the action of the potato itself changes depending on the upgrades that you get through the waves. Honestly, this game is extremely fun. There's also a different reason why I recommend this game to everyone. This game has co-op. You can sit around and play with 4 potatoes. I don't have footage of co-op in this game because I don't have any friends that are playing this game. That is literally the reason why I'm making this video. Play the game so you can play with me. The co-op is actually couch co-op when it comes to consoles, and on PC you can technically make it work. It's multiplayer co-op, but it's a little complicated. Also, if you're playing on Steam, this game has an unbelievable amount of mods. This game has a lot of mods that are gonna make the game either extremely fun or a nightmare, but mostly extremely fun, because there's even mods that add content to the game, add weapons to the game, add characters to the game, so check them out. This game is incredibly fun, and I would recommend anyone get it. I know it's a game about a potato, but trust me, this game is insanely fun. Brotato is $5 on PS5, $5 on Xbox, $5 on Steam. Actually, there's a sale right now. Honestly, there's a sale almost every month where Brotato is $3 on Steam. Steam, and it's free on mobile. So if you want to try it out to see what I'm talking about, check it out on mobile and then buy it on every other platform you have. Brotato is an incredible game, and I hope that as an indie game, it does extremely well. If you have Brotato, let me know what you think about the game. If you don't have Brotato and you watch this video, are you gonna get it because of this video? Or are you gonna get it because you seem like you like the game? Just let me know whatever you think about the game. I know it's a potato game, but it is an incredibly fun game. Buy it. Okay, thank you. Bye.